Emotional people, I'm Sophia and welcome back to another episode of Emotions! Have you ever wondered how things move and why things move? Well, let me tell you a story about this guy. So there was this fellow in England named Sir Isaac Newton. A little bit stuffy, bad hair, but quite an intelligent guy. He worked on developing physics and calculus at the same time. During his work, he came up with 3 basic ideas that are applied to the physics of motion. These ideas have been tested and verified many times over the years that scientists now call them Newton's 3 laws of motion. These 3 laws of motion will be discussed to us on the next slide.
Today we are going to talk about the first law in Newton's law of motion. Imagine a box at a surface. Do you think the box will move on its own? The answer is no. Nothing will happen to both of them unless acted by external force. Newton's first law of motion states that any object will remain at rest or in uniform motion in a straight line unless compelled to change its state by the action of an external force. And this is normally taken as definition of inertia.
So probably now you already know about Newton's first law of motion. Let us remember this. The net force of an object without motion is 0, while the net force of an object with motion but in constant velocity is 0 as well. But if the net force of the object in motion is not 0, then there must be acceleration acting up upon it. Newton's first law of motion formula. The formula is net force is equal to mass multiplied by acceleration. Let us also take into remember this. The net force and the mass is directly proportional as well as the net force and the acceleration. So that is all for Newton's first law.
Since we all know about the first law of motion or the law of inertia, let's tackle about the second law of motion or the law of force and acceleration. For example, is you're pushing a cart, because according to the second law of motion or the law of force and acceleration, a force upon an object causes it to accelerate according to the formula net force is equals to mass times acceleration. So the force on the object is directly proportional to force and inversely proportional to the mass.
Newton's second law of motion pertains to the behavior of an object for which all existing forces are not balanced. Formula for Newton's second law of motion is F is equals to m multiplied by a. F stands for force, m stands for mass, and a stands for acceleration. We can also read that as force is equals to mass multiplied by acceleration. If you double the force, you double the acceleration. And if you double the mass, you cut the acceleration in half.
We are now down to Newton's third law of motions, or also called as action-reaction law. It says that in every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. This statement means that in every interaction there is a pair of forces that acting up on 2 interacting objects. Force always come pairs, equal and opposite action, reaction, force pair. Newton's third law of motion states that action and reaction are always equal but opposite in direction.
And there are some examples of Newton's law in everyday life based on the third law of motion. A bird, while flying, pushes the air downwards with the help of its wings. Consistent with Newton's third law of motion, the air pushes the bird upwards. According to this law, the action is always be accompanied by reaction forces, and the 2 forces must always be equal and opposite. Take note that the reaction and action acts on different bodies.
Those are the 3 laws of motion. That would be all for today's episode. See you next time!
Good morning, everyone.
Hello, Chavi!
Wait. I'll mix my milk muna. Ang laki mo na, but you're still drinking milk.
Hi guys!
Oh, si Top 1, andito na.
I'm still worried about our quiz on physics. I hope I can pass it.
You will. I know all of us can pass it.
Hi. I'm sorry I was late. Inayos kasi yung routine ng wifi namin kanina eh.
Guys! Tapos na ba kayo sa mga other requirements to be submitted?
I'm almost done with it.
I haven't started yet.
Ganyan naman palagi, Anthony.
Yeah, you're right. Palaging the day before the deadline tinatapos.
Hey, who are you?
Guys, relax. Classmate natin yan for sure.
Yup, I sent the link in our class group chat.
Okay, that's enough na.
Baka ginaganya yun na sa Facebook niya.
It's not funny at all, guys.
Why do I feel nervous?
Because you're overreacting. Ciao.
Stop, guys. I also feel nervous right now.
Hey, Peter. Is that you? Hahaha. Si Peter yan for sure.
Peter? Hello?
Sure, tumatawa yung ano.
Huh? That's weird. Bakit, Riza? 50% pa kanina yung battery ng phone ko. Pero ba't ngayon sinasabi na I need to charge it na?
What do you mean na ayaw niyang mag-on?
Yes, it's completely drained. I have a bad feeling about this.
Uy, huwag kang ang OE dyan. Maling iba.
Sorry, Chevy, pero choppy ka.
I told you guys, creepy na talaga to. Let's end this meeting na lang.
Okay.
Wait, I can't leave this meeting.
Huh? Also me?
I can end the meeting either.
I can turn off my laptop.
Guys!
What is it, Keisha?
I can't get out of my room. OMG, ako rin. I'll just call my papa na lang.
Ba't yung sumagot? They can hear you.
No, that's impossible. Nasa baba lang sila.
I'm done with this joke.
Guys, stop this nonsense now.
Keisha?
Kish, are you okay?
Hello? Guys, I'm getting scared.
Kalma, guys. Now is not the time to panic.
Ano ba kumalma?
Game? Baka classmate na talaga natin to tapos bingil ang mga parents natin.
Go with the flow na lang kaya tayo. Just to be sure.
Sure, let's play a game. Mabuti naman at gamer ako. Diba, guys?
The rules are simple. One question, if right, you believe. But get it wrong and
Is this joke? Nawala ang takot ko. Seems funny to me.
This is what happens every horror movie. I don't know about this.
Don't overthink. Hindi naman niya alam kung saan kami nakatara eh.
let's begin. This is for you. Izzy, push a chair for me.
I don't have a chair in my room.
You have 10 seconds to do the dare.
I don't really have one in here. Just pick another person.
Lights out. Oh, it was an easy task. Sorry, she had to die. Ha 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 ha. This is for you, Anthony. Throw anything across your room. You have 10 seconds to do it.
Thank God I have a pillow.
Well done. Juliana, you're next. What net external force must be applied to make a vehicle accelerate at 2.5 meter per second squared if it has a mass of 3,250 kg? I'll give you 20 seconds.
The next external force needed to accelerate the car is... Wait, I'm solving it. 8,125 N.
Good. Very good. Okay, Riza. I want to have a staring contest. If I change my position, you win. If not, you die.
Please, wag po akong maawa ka!
Althea, I want you to put a non-moving object on top of the table with a handkerchief. Show it to the camera, then suddenly remove the handkerchief. This is no fun. I've killed 2 already. Why are you even smart?
Of course we are. That's section Euclid. Physics is easy.
Hindi ako magpapahuli. May dalawa pa akong tanong. Pag mali ang dalawa, patay kayo lahat. Chevy, your turn. Identify the reaction and action force in the statement. A swimmer doing a forward stroke.
These concepts.
They told you to look it up. Diba hindi diba,
Please, wag
Chevy?
po. Sumagot na lang po ako.
Isa na lang at patay kayo lahat. Kisha, the truth or the dare?
Truth, Keisha.
We call everything from inertia to the third law of motion. Verbatim.
Pwede there na lang.
You have 20 seconds to answer.
Guys, help me.
Every help is 5-second deduction.
Bakit kasi truth?
Lights out. Ikaw. Lights out.